Just so you know, I'm doing a little stream. So no social security numbers, but anything else you want to talk about, go for it.
Or give out fake ones.
Yeah. 222-333-34444. I wonder if that is somebody's social. It's like 22-333-4444. Probably, huh? I would imagine it has to be. Somebody's got it.
I don't know where they started. Was the first social security number 1?
Probably was. 1, 2. That's a joke we used to say. A yo mama joke. Yo mama's so old, her social security number's 1. Man, there's somebody's haranguing somebody over here. Hear that? Somebody getting bawled out.
Oh, yeah?
They're getting right here. You couldn't hear them squirrels?
Uh-uh.
Too high pitch for you, probably. They were just chattering over there. Somebody was squeaking at somebody else. They're off in that greenery somewhere over there. Feel what I feel when I feel when I feel what I feel it. In the sunshine. Bum, 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 bum. Do what I do, what I do, what I do, what I do it. In the sunshine. Oh.
Let's do a little trim action.
Oh yeah, getting a little trim up. Just finished TJ's video. I didn't even know TJ put up a video. Let's take a look at what it's called at the very least. Let's take a look at what it is called. Videos. Dean Withers mourns Charlie Kirk. Gotcha. Gotcha. Feel what I feel when I feel when I feel what I feel it. In the sunshine. Well, where did he do it? It said it was a long one. Oh, 27. Yeah. 27 minutes, yeah. Smoking a Jizzy J. Oh, good for you. I'm not smoking today. Well, I'm smoking cigarettes. I'm not smoking pot today. I'm on a tea break. I went through my last little stash way too fast. Smoking too much. Smoking too much weed. Smoking too many cigarettes. Smoking too many. Dopamine looping. That's good. That's a good dopamine loop away. Do what I do, what I do, what I do when I do it. In the sunshine. Boo, boo, boo. Boo, boo, boo. Boom, 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 boom. You got your trims, Marley? You ready to meet some new people today, looking sharp?
She don't like it.
She don't like a trim. Neither does Dynor, but he's due. We put him right up here on this, so he can't get away.
Yeah.
Take the clippers to him.
That's better, huh, girl? That way, if you do poop on the deck, we don't have
a dangler.
When she gets nervous, it's just running.
Oh no, the scoots.
Yeah.
Oh no.
No bueno.
You seen the Nepal revolution? Nope. I'm not up to speed on that.
You want to come in?
mean, I've got weed. I'm not going to smoke it today. I try and take a couple of day tea break-ish. Gen Z overthrew the government and elected a new one via Discord. That's wild, bro. I love that. That's actually cool. Weed is bad for me because I am weak-minded. Ree. Do you like scary movies? Sydney. Yeah, it's my Ghostface mug, see? Ghostface. Ree. My mom got it for me at Goodwill. She's here staying with me for about a week. Well, she's only got a couple days left. And, yeah, they went thrifting. She wanted to see, she likes to go to thrift stores that aren't in her town. So she went there, and she got me the Ghostface mug. My life in the sunshine. Boop, boop, boo, boop, boop, boo. Everybody loves the sunshine. I want to let you guys know I got a text message today letting me know that I won $500,000 in the Publishers Clearinghouse Sweepstakes. And all I have to do is enter my banking information, and they're going to direct deposit it right into my account. Can you guys believe it? Can you guys believe it? I didn't even know they text messaged people, but I went ahead and filled it all out, gave them my social and my bank account, and we'll see how that works out. $500,000, bro. I signed up. Wow, I gave them everything real quick. Just waiting for it to land in my bank account, man. 500,000? Woo! Woo! Blessed. Blessings upon blessing. Blessings with blessings on blessings. 500 bands. Yeah. I'm ready for 500 bands.
Morning, peeps.
Did you hear, Mama?
Huh? What happened?
Big news.
What?
Big news.
Tell me.
I got a text message this morning from the Publishers Clearinghouse Sweepstakes. I have won $500,000, and all I have to do is put my bank information in, and they're going to deposit it right in my bank.
You better hurry up and do that.
I already did.
Collect on it.
I already did. I'm watching my bank account.
Hey.
It's going to land any second.
Yep, you watch that thing deplete.
It ain't going to deplete. What are you talking about? It's a Publishers Clearinghouse, Mama. It ain't no scam.
Do you know how many times I filled that out?
Do you think that Ed McMahon is going to rip me off from beyond the grave?
From beyond the grave? Possibly not.
I don't think so.
But whoever took his place certainly will.
I don't know.
I don't think Ed would.
I don't think Ed would. I think his...
But others, look out.
Maybe so.
You remember how many times I filled that out?
Tons, probably.
Never bought a thing.
All you got was junk mail for your troubles, too.
Oh.
Because that's what they send.
I just knew I was going to win it.
You won the same amount, but I just need to meet them in a small Mexican village with a copy of my medical history. Weird. The way they give it out is weird.
Oh, that's funny.
I have faith in that text. Seems legit. Yeah, man. It seems legit to me. I don't know why it was in a big group text with like 100 other people.
So
I guess.
So now it comes over text because they don't mail them anymore.
Oh, they hit it up. They hit you up over text. They hit you up.
I don't get it over mail no more.
No, this was a scam, Mama.
Well, I
This
know
wasn't
that.
a PCH.
But that was a scam too.
Yeah, you're right. Ed McMahon was kind of scamming us.
He was scamming us.
He was just such a nice old man.
I know. Who'd think he was really scamming?
A nice, handsome old man with a good voice.
Right? An awesome voice. Who could not trust that?
Here's Johnny.
He did it so good.
He did. Is his mom or wife there? This is my mom. My wife's also here. My mom's visiting me from California. Sunny California.
California.
Yep.
Going to California.
Only gonna be here another couple days though.
No, it went so fast.
It did. Time flies when you're having fun.
It does. So do.
Like I said though, I don't think it's gonna be long. Because we're doing that Vegas thing and I ain't flying. I ain't flying when I know I can make that drive. So
You really want to make that drive?
I do. I will. And what I'm planning on maybe doing is on the way up, visit,
Uh-huh.
do the meetup, on the way back, visit.
Oh, I would love that.
See what I mean?
That'd be
Get a
cool.
couple of days on the way up, couple of days on the way back.
You gotta let me know out ahead of time.
I will. Oh, I will. As soon as I know the date, I will.
I don't schedule a bunch of junk.
But even so, if you guys are off, I'll go stay with JoJo for
Well,
a day.
yeah, you can do that. Casa de Nita.
Yeah. Soy final boss. I don't eat a lot of soy. I'm not no soy boy. You better not call me no soy boy. That you're a dog person? I'm a dog and cat person. I'm an animal person. I'll just love animals.
Speaking of, look at your dog.
I know. I'm trying to get him to eat his stinking kibbles.
Not eating anything.
He don't want his kibbles this morning. He's too excited. You too excited to have your kibbles? That's crazy, D.
He is.
Usually he's too crazy. He's just so crazy for the kibbles.
Right? You know something's up.
This morning he don't even want no kibbles. Yeah, animals are cool. I like animals because there's no guile and malice.
Except in their personal world. They have
Well,
some.
sure, maybe. My neighbor's cooking something up and it smells good. I almost want to go over and ask for a plate. Do it.
Do it.
Yeah, go over there and be like, give me a plate.
Do it.
Whatever that is cooking, I want it.
That's a good icebreaker.
Yeah, just bring over a little something. Just be like, hey, I brought you guys something. Can I trade it for a plate? Whatever that is.
That smells so good. Give me your recipe.
Morning, cigarette. Hello, hello, hello. So Mom cooked all day yesterday. Cooked enchiladas, homemade beans, homemade rice, the whole nine, the kit and the caboodle.
Not just any rice. Orange rice.
Orange rice, the good rice. And we're about to take that and have a big old family dinner. And there's going to be leftovers. There's going to be
Oh, yeah.
copious leftovers.
Plenty for everybody to take some home.
You should go ask. All they could say is no, femboy. They could be like, oh, sorry, we didn't got enough.
Just do it.
And just go over there and ask.
That's just being neighborly.
Yeah, take a bottle of champagne or something over there and be like, hey, guys, mind if I get a plate of that good smelling food?
You got flowers in your garden? Cut a couple little flowers.
Yeah, get a couple flowers. That's a good point. More like a hipster. I don't like being labeled. I was a hippie 3 months ago.
Hipster?
Hipster is another word. It's just they like to label people. I guess a hipster. Like, the way I think of a hipster is they wear nothing but like vintage clothes.
Is that what that is?
Yeah, they wear vintage clothes or like thrift shop clothes, and they wear these types of glasses with the horn rim,
There's nothing wrong.
and they have this type of haircuts. Maybe I am a hipster. I don't know. I don't want to be one.
You mean you didn't set out to be it?
I just got a haircut. That's all I did was get a haircut. Yeah, typewriter in the park. Yeah. What is that thing where they do contact juggling, where they're doing the glass balls in their hands and they're rolling them around on the hand?
Oh.
Yeah, those guys. They hang around the theater department at the community college, but none of them go to school. Those guys. Autism? A little bit.
Huh?
Yeah. Pretty sure I've got autism, Mama.
Well, I confused it with artistic.
But I'm autistic.
Yeah, I don't know.
I'm pretty sure I've got a little bit of the tism, though.
I don't know. You got some kind of tism.
I never got tested for the tism,
No.
but I got
the opposite. You got
well, my friend Cigarette, he's got the tism,
Okay.
and he was like, I'm going to ask you a few questions they asked me when I got my diagnosis.
Okay, so what was it?
It was, are you a picky eater? I was like, well, yes, I am. Do you find yourself eating the same things predictably over and over? Whoops, yes.
I do.
Do you have textural problems with food? Like, can you not eat foods of a certain texture?
Autism is all related around your food?
It's not all related around your food, but these were the ones that he asked me. Well, they asked him a lot about the food, and they asked because it's all connected, right? Autistic people, I guess, they have certain coping mechanisms, and they're pretty consistent across the spectrum.
Okay.
And so he got down to the bottom. He asked me about 15 questions,
You're autistic.
and my answer to most of them was yes. And he goes, I don't know, Paul. I'm not a doctor, but I think you might be autistic. And I was like, uh-oh.
Ruh-roh.
Well, you know, the thing is like, it would make sense to me because I do have some social problems. They're just they're like not the ones that, I'm not shy. I'm the other end of it.
Yeah, you're not.
I don't read but like, that don't mean I'm not autistic.
It could be a different way of it.
Well, a lot of autistic people are real outgoing, but they don't know.
They have no filters.
Yeah, they got no filters, and they can't read the room very well, and they get loud, and they tend to get hung up on one thing.
Yeah.
And that's me. That's me. I'll get hung up on one thing for days.
Yeah, but not in the way that they do.
Well, that's the thing, Mona. There's this thing called masking, and autistic people do it. And it's like they learn by watching other people how other people act, and so you cannot. Some people are autistic, you can't even tell. It's not like a debilitating thing. It's not debilitating at all. But it's just something that people learn to deal with. And if I came up with all these coping mechanisms and I'm autistic, then so be it.
They're typically extremely good at something.
Yeah.
Extremely.
Well, autistic savants is what they call that. Not all of them. Some of them are good at nothing but sitting around playing World of Warcraft.
True that.
But you're right. Some of them can play the piano. I wish I would have gotten one of them things.
Right?
Play the flute hella good. Something. All I got was like just crazy brain and like the need to talk all the time until I can't no more. Like I'll talk, and then I'll run out of stuff to say.
And you're done.
And then I just don't even want to see other people. I want to be out away from people. Told me not to write with both hands. They said you write with your right hand. Nobody writes with both hands. Yeah, you're ambi. They used to do that. They used to try and take kids and be like, you're not left-handed, you're right-handed.
Make them.
Yeah.
That's so weird, huh?
Yeah, it's all superstition, too.
It's so weird.
People that wrote with their left hand were seen as like evil or weird or backwards or whatever.
You're strange.
Remind you of Charlie Sheen?
What?
Thanks.
Not if you watch the documentary.
I ain't seen it yet, but he's rich. I know that much, so I'll take that. I'll take that.
Sure had a rough go of it, though.
I'll take that. They said you write with your right hand, not with your left hand, and not with both. Yeah, bro. As a kid, I was scolded for holding my fork and knife in the opposite hands. Like, who cares? I'm telling you, they used to care. They used to care.
I was good if you held a fork.
Yeah, I mean, it was 10 years before I learned how to use one.
No.
I just ate out of a bowl on the ground.
I was just glad you. Parents are always glad when they finally start picking up a utensil.
Yeah.
Just pick up a utensil. So I don't have to give you finger foods anymore.
Yeah. Uh-oh. Somebody bonked.
Somebody fell down.
Yeah, somebody got a bonk. That sounds like a bonk to
I
me.
heard her tell her dog yesterday, he barked, and she goes, quit being
Yeah. Yep.
like, okay.
They get like that.
Poor dog.
They'll do it.
You just let one or two little barks out. I'm like, okay.
Sometimes I just let him get it out here.
Got to.
He likes to go and he wants to bark. I let him do his thing.
They gotta stretch their voice a little bit.
Yeah. Give me 3 specific strengths you have. Okay.
Ooh.
Loyal. Very loyal. I got a very big heart.
Yes.
And what's my third one? I guess I got a little talent.
True to yourself.
I'm true to myself. I am who I am, and that's all what I am. What you see is what you get. That's pretty good. I think those 3. A lot of people don't think that what they see is what they get. They think I'm a big old character on these. Nah, I'm that crazy. I really am. Back in the day, my mom would give us kids some fruit and some snacks, set it outside to play, and she would get the house clean, and we would go inside before dark and watch our favorite show and have supper.
Everybody does that.
Well, not anymore.
That's the thing.
But that's how it was when I was a kid, for sure. Yeah.
Get outside. Going outside.
My dog is so much happier that I live in the woods. He's thriving. That's good. I don't know if Dinor's thriving. I don't think he knows what to do. He's such a little apartment dog.
He still kind of likes it.
He
though.
do. He likes to have a yard, but he just don't know
Likes it.
quite what to do with a yard.
He's managing it a bit.
I'm doing pretty good. Pretty good boy with all of it. Shaggy boy. Gonna get a haircut soon. That's just the way it's gonna be.
Yeah, I don't know that I'd cut it till after winter, maybe.
No, I don't shave him all the way down. I just,
Maybe give him a trim.
I'll give him a trim.
Because he might need that little coat.
I'll give him a trim. Look at you getting all dolled up.
Look at me, I know, but then I got a big floppy sweatshirt to go over top.
So? Now, Dinor experiences nature, trust me. He's a weirdo, too. We go to what we call the river house, and he's the weirdest dude. He's so tentative, but we walk down by the river, and he goes and gets right off in it. He just wades off into the river like there's nothing going on.
She would do that, too.
It's like, but he's so tentative about every little other thing. He don't want to try nothing new. He don't want to go, but he gets right off in the river. He loves that. I don't know why.
She'll go right off in the ocean.
Oh, yeah, he will, too. He don't know no better.
I'm like, come back here.
I would not peg Dinor as a river dog. Neither would I. I didn't even know he was until we went Went to a lake up here in Washington with TJ and Chelsea, and they had their dog Sal with them. Sal's a river dog, or lake dog, or water dog. He went out there, and Dinor just followed him.
He's like, oh, yeah.
That's how he learned it, I think.
So funny.
You gonna go inside?
Huh?
Go in.
Follow. Come on.
Go in and eat your kibbles.
Oh, yeah. Eat your kibbles.
Is Tyler Robinson being a groiper a real thing? And can you explain what a groiper is? A groiper, as far as I understand it, is somebody that follows Nick Fuentes, kind of a white nationalist, arch conservative movement, but for young people. Edgy kind of Reddit conservatism is how I would put it. Edgelord, meme lord, Gen Z, brain rot conservatism. He's almost certainly a groiper. Well, I don't know, man. Once again, I'm not familiar enough with that environment, man. I don't really follow the groipers. I haven't had any interactions with people that I know to be groipers. So I'm going to wait until we know, right? They caught this guy alive. You know, presumably there's going to be a trial, and we'll figure it all out after that. Yeah. Yeah, I don't think anybody knows right now. Why would a right-winger cap Charlie? Well, if you listen, right, just a week before Charlie Kirk was murdered, Nick Fuentes, who is the figurehead of the Groiper movement, was talking about how Charlie Kirk is not a Christian, how he is spreading false gospel, and how he's only about his money, and he likes to brag about his money, and that nobody should let him do that. He shouldn't be able to go to another college campus without pushback. That's a week before Charlie was killed. So you ask a question, why would a right-winger kill Charlie Kirk? Well, the right wing is not exactly cohesive anymore, right? There are different wings of the right wing. And Charlie Kirk was demonized on the Groiper wing for years. You see? You're a fool. Okay. I get it. It's very, and look, dude, if he's a leftist, I don't care. I'm reserving my judgment. Like, I reserve my judgment. If it turns out he's a lefty, cool. Turns out he's a groiper, an alt-righter, cool. Like, it ain't going to change my view of the situation, but people are hot for this. Everybody on the right wants him to be a left-winger, and everybody on the left wants him to be a right-winger. You're a fool. No, people are just brain broken by this shit right now. Right-wingers, brain broken, bro. Brain broken. What I just said, that guy took issue with, that Nick Fuentes for years has shit all over Charlie Kirk, told his guys to go out and harass Charlie Kirk, etc. All that is just like, it's not even controversial. It's just out there, right? All you have to do is go look for it. And this guy, he won't do that because it doesn't fit his narrative. In his mind, the only person that would ever shoot somebody is a radical trans leftist, right? And the idea that this guy could think the same things he does, that you do, unthinkable to you. See, there's no skin in the game for me. If he's a leftist, he was wrong. If he was a rightist, he was wrong. Get it? I have no moral compunction calling out the left or the right. Whatever this dude was, he was wrong. Right? That's my take. Shooter did not work alone. Well, you better call the fucking authorities and let them know. Because I don't know how you could possibly know that sitting in your crusty ass fucking one-bedroom apartment. I just don't know. Like, you're an expert in exactly nothing. You're a fucking YouTube paper bag. Like, what kind of insider information do you got that the FBI don't got? Because you might want to call the tip line. Otherwise, You don't know any more than anybody else does. You probably ought to shut the fuck up. You feel me? Statistics say it's going to be a straight white male that is heavily involved in online political spaces. Yep. No one deserves to be shot in public. And let me tell you something. Nobody in America should get shot for saying what they believe. I didn't think Charlie Kirk was right about shit. I think that Charlie Kirk was wrong. I think his politics were wrong. He is opposite of me politically, and I don't think he should have been killed for what he said. Period. And whoever did it, whether they were on the right or the left or just a psycho, was wrong to do it. No, the First Amendment was not shot. They ain't going to stop people speaking. The First Amendment is way stronger than somebody being killed for their speech. Look at the 60s and early 70s. All of the assassinations that happened, the public figures, political figures. Free speech didn't die when those people got capped for saying what they believed, and it won't die because Charlie got capped for saying what he believed. The First Amendment is way stronger than a bullet. Shot, not dead. He's deader than shit. He's deader than shit. Is that another conspiracy theory that Charlie's alive? Because I don't know if you've seen the footage. He's not alive. You're dumb. That's my favorite one. You're dumb. My dumb? Or you're dumb? Like, somebody calling me dumb, but they don't know the difference between your and your is wild. And it happens like 90 times a week here. It's wild. Can't read, but want to call somebody else dumb. Unbelievable. You're dumb. Unbelievable, bro. Could never be me. I'd be so fucking embarrassed if I typed that shit and got corrected. I'd never come back in a live stream, but I bet that bitch is back on it already. Moved on to the next person, typing you're dumb. Unbelievable, bro. Shame, shame, shame. Bro, I'd never fucking type in a live stream again. I got capped like that. I got caught telling somebody they're dumb, and I reveal you know when they teach you the difference between your and your? You know when you start learning contractions? Anybody want to guess? That's the grade. They start teaching you contractions in the 1, 2, 3rd grade. Grown-ass person, 3rd grader could type better than you, and you're trying to call me dumb. Whoa. Fuck, bro. Like, bro, I would be so fucking embarrassed, bro. So embarrassed. Come on, bro. No, dead ass. They teach you the difference between your, which is a possessive, and your, which is a contraction, in the 3rd grade. Motherfuckers up. Grown motherfucker. Can't even do it. There are 4th grade kids right now writing better than that motherfucker, but I'm dumb. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. My life, my life, my life, my life in the sunshine. Boom, 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 boom. Fat Man always has a point. I'm the smartest motherfucker on this fucking platform. The wisest bastard. You have landed in front of the wisest man you will probably ever meet. I know the answer to every goddamn question, bro. No, I'm kidding. But I do know a dumbass when I see it, bro. That I do know. I do have a long history of dealing with dumbassery. You're dumb, man, bro. Fuck. It's a shameful thing, too. I feel bad for people that can't read. I feel bad for people like when they're put on the spot and they have to sound it out like a second grader, bro. Rough. Even Kirk's political rivals believe that this was wrong. Yes, sir. Yeah, I was one of those political rivals. I'm not, the, I just am not lined up with Charlie Kirk. I don't believe that what he said was correct. I believe that a lot of the things that he said were regressive and bad, but that he had every right to say them. The First Amendment applies to him if it applies to me. He had every right to say them. You don't stand by and watch and get scared when somebody fucking gets shot in the street. You just keep speaking. You know, the power of speech is stronger than a bullet. So you keep speaking. Example, Charlie Kirk's views on gay people, Charlie Kirk's views on race, Charlie Kirk's views on economics, Charlie Kirk's views on foreign policy. Right, I found issue with him on all of these and more. Social issues, issues of American importance. All of these things, I think he was wrong, but I don't think that means he gets shot in front of his family. You feel me? What was his view on gay people and prove it with actual facts? He didn't believe in gay marriage. He didn't believe in civil unions. He believed that there was a gay agenda and that gay people were trying to take over the world, take over the discourse, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. Yep, religious, check. Anti-drug, check. Anti-gay, anti-trans. All that stuff, right? His view on God was real. Well, it was real to him, real to a lot of other people. Not real to me. Doesn't mean he should be shot for it. It's because he's wrong. Feel what I feel when I feel when I feel when I feel it. In the sunshine. Appreciate you saying that to people. Need to realize that debate is so important for America to head the right way, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, no, it is. Do what I do when I do what I do when I do it. Yep, nothing wrong with disagreeing with his opinion. Nothing wrong with vehemently disagreeing with his opinion. Nothing wrong with protesting his opinion, but you don't grab a 30-06 and shoot somebody for speaking. And when that happens in America, right, it's incumbent on people to keep speaking your truth, because the First Amendment dies, this country dies. This country ain't worth shit to me without the freedom of speech, expression, and association. Those three things go by the wayside in this country and people's personal lives, it's over. Ring it up, it's over. Yeah, I know, Sigrat. Discord political election. Unbelievable. What's your opinion on gun control? I'm a pro-gun guy. I think everybody that is responsible enough to have a gun should be able to. I do think that there needs to be some stop gaps to make sure that crazy people or people that have done gun violence in the past should never put their hands on a weapon again. So I think there needs to be some tightening up of gun licensing and registration and all of that. But I don't think anybody that, can prove that they're not a fucking danger to other people, I don't think anybody should be turned away at a gun store as long as they're 18. I think you should be able to click clack whatever you want to click clack. I got a gun. Somebody comes in here, they're gonna be sorry. They're getting 2 barrels of rock salt. Pow! Pro freedom, including weapons. Yes, ma'am. agree on type restrictions. I don't care about that.
Come on, come on, come on, come on.
I don't really care. There's a certain type of gun that's more dangerous than others. I'm cool with them banning that specific type of gun or whatever they want to do. But it's like, you know, the right to bear arms is there right under the right to speech. So I think everybody that wants a gun ought to have one, as long as they can prove that they're not dangerous to other people. That's it. And that's all. Do you think there's a legitimate argument for guns from a liberal perspective? I don't know. I'm not a liberal, so I couldn't tell you. You're a Republican or a Democrat or somewhere in between. I'm not even in between them. I'm neither. I'm a leftist. I'm a political leftist. I hate the Democrats as much as I hate the Republicans. I think they're both responsible for the state of the world.
Crooked.
Yep, crooked. Just awash in filthy, filthy money. And I don't trust them as far as I could pick them up and toss them across the street. So, yeah, shall not be infringed is very clear. I agree. There's a difference between Republican, Democrat, leftist, and rightist. I don't know, man. You got me, bro. I'm a leftist, okay? I believe in strong central government. I believe in strong social programs. I don't think anybody should be hungry in this country. I don't think any children should be abused in this country. I don't think there should be orphanages bulging at the seams. You know, there's a lot of stuff in this country I don't like. Like I said, this country to me is pretty much done. The only thing that makes it special is the freedom of speech, freedom of expression. Our Bill of Rights makes this place special. And if that goes away, this place is a dirty dish rag.
I can worship where I want to worship.
Yep. You can say what you want. You can worship who you want to worship or not.
Where I want to worship.
Where you want to go, how you want to go. Say what you believe. That's the only thing that keeps this country worth fighting for. And if that goes away, then forget it. This country's doomed. It's probably doomed anyway.
It's doomed.
But definitely doomed.
I'm prepared to live under persecution.
You're already living under persecution.
So not like some countries, though. Not yet.
It's rich versus poor, not right versus left. That sentiment, no war but the class war, is an inherently leftist sentiment. You see what I mean? You talk to a person on the right, they're not going to tell you they think it's rich versus poor. They're going to tell you they think rich people earned what they got. Poor people ought to pull up their bootstraps. That's conservatism. So the idea that everybody deserves a fair shake, that's leftist. That's leftist. Bootstraps, that's rightist. There you go.
We can have an apple.
Did you ever move to Texas? I lived in Texas for a little over 2 years. Do work? I do. I own 2 businesses. Thank you, though. I know not all conservatives believe that. I'm talking about conservatism.
I'm not boils and eggs.
You guys hungry?
Not yet. He's gonna have an apple. I'm not yet.
I have an apple.
Apple and
A whole apple?
whole apple.
Yeah. Minus the core.
Don't break a tooth on that apple.
You gonna waste the core?
He said, minus the core. You're gonna waste it. Throw it out to the squirrels.
Good. They'll eat it.
I hear him.
Still believe in parenting licenses. I was recently banned by a streamer I liked and respected because they thought I was advocating against disabled people having kids. I don't think people should pass on horrible heritable traits to other people. So, and I think that we should use every medical technology that we got to make sure that people aren't born with Down syndrome, fetal alcohol syndrome, harlequin ichthyosis, all of these hydrocephaly, all of these horrible things that we can test for, you see. I don't think you can make the decision that that person is better off. You're not retarded. You're not going to be limited your whole life. I don't think we make that decision for people anymore. So I don't know about parenting license. I do think one of the big problems in this country is people squatting out kids and not raising them. Then you create a generational problem because those kids don't know no better. They get up baby making age. Now they got babies. And what do you think they're going to do? They're going to raise their babies the same way their parents raised them, which is not at all. And you got 3 generations of nothing. Got 3 generations of people that can't make their own way. 3 generations of people that are counter to every system that we got because they don't know how to navigate it. Never got taught the value of a dollar. Never got taught the value of your word. Never got taught how to read, most of them. And that just begets that, just begets that. And you know who suffers is the kids. It's the babies that suffer most from that. You know, because babies ain't got a choice to be born to ignorant parents. Baby ain't got a choice to be born to a crackhead. Baby ain't got a choice for that. So it's them that suffers the most. And then people want to go like, well, it's your right to have a baby. What about the baby's right to have a parent? Do they not have rights? I feel like a lot of times when people say, oh, baby's rights, think about the fetus, think about the life. It's like, think about the life after it comes out of its mother. How about that? What kind of quality of life is that baby leading? Is it being abused, trafficked, ignored, right? And there's no mechanism by which people are looking after these kids, looking in on a parent to make sure they're not doing it. See, I think kids got rights and I think parents got rights. And I think we need to find out where those intersect. Because right now it just seems like it's your right to breed. Crackhead, in and out of institutions, criminal, whatever. Squat out a kid, put them through hell, see how they do. I don't think that's parents' rights. I think that's crazy. Especially now. It ain't like we got to people the earth. You know what I mean? It ain't like there's only 20,000 of us and we're a dying species. There's almost 9 billion of us on this planet. So you can't make the argument we need more people. So what's the argument then? Human beings got the right to just rut like animals, squat out a kid, and let it grow up to be a burden on society and have a kid itself. That ain't working. So maybe I'm wrong that, maybe the government ought not step in. But I want to know when we're going to start actually standing up for children. Because our educational system has failed. They're not learning to read. They're not learning to add up 2 numbers. They're not learning to balance a checkbook. They're not learning anything about how to be in life from school anymore. So it's on the parents. And the parents ain't doing it.
Not all.
Not all of them, but I'm just saying. How many more people are slipping through the cracks now than my generation? I didn't know a single person in my class couldn't read. Every last person I knew could pick up an adult book, read a paragraph out of it, and tell me what they just read. Adults can't do it. Kids in high school can't do it. So it slipped. We're talking about the baby's right to be born, but we ain't talking about the baby's right to to a good life, at least a good start. Everybody cares about the fetus until it comes out of the mother. And then it's like, well, whatever. Alcoholic, drug addict, abusive. Good on you. You got every right. Good on you. It's like we need to start shaming these people that have children and they're not ready for it. Why are we doing this? Why are we doing this? Why are we pretending like people are doing right by their kids when they're not? I don't know. I don't know why the child's rights matter so much when it's in the mother. But when it comes out, we're just like, yay, another baby born. Well, good. Who's raising it? Who's teaching it? Who's making sure it's not in a homeless shelter when it gets old enough? Running away from home. Getting somebody knocked up at 15, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. There ain't no stopping it. Parents clearly ain't going to step up. So when does the government step in and go like, you ain't got the right to bring a child into the world and abuse it and abandon it. Sorry. That child's right to a good life supersedes your right to rut. Sorry. You want to rut like a pig? Put a condom on it. We're not living in the 1500s. Get it? I just don't get it. I just don't get it. I don't get how you care about something when it's in the womb, and when it comes out, you're just like, no look at the parents. No look at whether they shoulda. No government intervention when a crackhead and a crackhead have a squirt out a baby. They got a parent's rights to that baby. It takes an act of Congress for somebody to come swoop that baby up out of the home. What about child's rights? What about children's rights? What about people that can't take care of themselves? You don't care about that? I do. I do. I do. That's just my position on it. I don't know what exactly should be done with it. I'm not smart enough for that. I'm not a government guy. I don't know what exactly is right, but I know that the current system ain't working. Current system of parents got a right. You got a right to bring another life into this world, no matter where you're at, no matter how you're going to take care of it. You got a right, man. These parents, man. I don't get it. What about your child's right? They don't got a right. They don't got a right to a good life. They don't got a right to a good start. They don't got a right to not be abused, trafficked. They don't got a right.
Sometimes they'll have another kid so they can get more money.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
So they can.
Have another kid. Have a kid to fix a marriage. We all know how that works. Got a messed up marriage? Squat out a kid. That always works. See what I mean? So, I don't know, man. Thank you, baby. If I were in charge, there'd be a license for it. I don't know if that's right. But if I was in charge, 2 people want to have a child, cool. Go in. Get your psychological evaluation.
What, you look at their bank account?
Yeah. Go in. How long have you been employed? Do you show that you have consistent employment, or do you show that you work a job and then get fired from it?
I think a child can be loved and raised on less money. It's not about the money. It's more about their psychological well-being. How are they
The
not how they're
psychological well-being and money is tied.
But
It is. You send your kid to school in dirty hand-me-downs, they're going to get made fun of.
there's
You
people
send your
that-
kid to school hungry, school lunch programs sometimes don't fill the bill. See what I mean?
but there's
Misery and poverty go hand in hand.
But people can live on less.
They can.
And
I know they can.
make it work.
I know they can.
Not about that.
But it requires parents that care.
There needs to be that.
So you're talking about birth control on an evaluation level.
I don't know how they'd work it. I don't know how they'd even do it. But I am sick to death. I'm sick to death of the argument when it stops at birth.
They control what your status is on buying a house,
Yeah,
right?
yeah, they do.
You have to qualify to
Mhm.
buy a house.
You got to go get a license to own a gun. You got to go get a license to drive a car. But for some reason, you can raise a human being with no license. Nobody's checking in on you unless it gets so bad somebody calls CPS.
That's an interesting point.
But here's the thing, though. You can't control people, and the more you control them, the more rights you violate. Trying to, like, turn people's reproductive organs off.
What I'm saying is like, I get it. But where do those rights intersect with the right of a child to have a decent life? At least a decent start.
Well, I think in
Where do those rights
in
begin
most
and end?
sections of society, there's a fine line. There still are people that are trying to help children that end up in those situations. And there are those children that are in those situations that do get raised on up out of it, as hard as it was, and they do become a productive citizen.
I get it.
Happens.
I
So
get it.
how do you decide who is and who ain't?
Right? That's the
That
question.
should be built.
You can't go
To me,
that
I
route.
see that the right to not have kids and the right to have kids are equal. You can't have one
You
without
can't.
the other.
I don't know.
Because then you just go move to China where I can have 1.5 children.
Oh, they canceled that.
Okay, well,
They need more kids now because their population is
Well,
dying.
they upped it, but they're still controlling it a little bit.
yeah.
I don't know, man. To me, I get it. I get why this is a controversial opinion, but I don't see anybody on the other side of this argument. Because I'm pro-abortion. I think that if you're not going to raise a kid, abort it. It's better off. But that being said, and setting that aside, I'm not like pro-forced abortion.
No.
But that's what you're.
Listen, we live in a magical time where I feel like there could be some little implant that people get at puberty that stops that thing so they can go do their thing and
There
not
are
have a
so many
child.
side effects to any.
I
birth
know.
control.
Yeah.
But it's like, there's got to be a freaking way. There's got to be a way because we can't just throw our hands up
Well,
and go,
You
okay.
can't- you're
Because
not
it's
gonna
just
be able
getting
to
worse.
force every
The
person.
tidal wave of ignorance and abuse has gotten worse.
I'm not pro-abortion, but I am pro. Okay, folks, we have resources to use to keep from getting that way. And what has happened to our let's teach people
Sex education?
Yes. What did it go out the window?
It did.
Because I had it when I was in school. You had it when you were in school.
Yep.
Now what's the deal?
Well, I hate to say this. I hate to say this.
To like,
The religious right pushed it out.
well, I
The
don't.
religious right didn't want people,
Okay.
didn't want, they thought that if you teach a teen about sex, they're going to go have it.
So they went wrong there.
Yep.
Okay, but nonetheless, at least we knew as an older person, my parents didn't sit down with me and talk with me about that.
No. You had to get it in school.
I got it in school. I got a form sitting home and got to go, and parents got to sign it, and I got to go back to school and listen to it. And from that point, I said, that's when I'm like, oh, okay, I don't want that.
Yep.
I had a mindset of, I want this, this, and this. But there's always going to be people that ain't got that mindset. It don't matter to them.
I know.
But there's other people that I know what I want, and I'm not gonna like grow up. I lived in a dirt poor,
I know.
and what if they would have came along and said, "Oh, you're not capable. You're never gonna be capable."
I'm saying the intervention
Not
happens before, not after.
But to me, it just sounds like the same kind of eugenics of like when they were like sterilizing black women, like, oh, you're too poor to
Yeah,
raise kids.
exactly. If they would have come into my home and looked at that situation, raised by older parents, dirt poor, never gonna have a pot to piss in or a window to throw it out of, I would have been sterilized, young.
Probably
Young.
not.
And dude.
You guys didn't have me till you were 27,
But they're
both
saying
working.
that her mama should be sterilized.
I had a choice if I would have been chosen at puberty, they'd have looked at me and said, "Oh, you little barefoot thing. Mom has to buy clothes at the hand-me-downs. No, you ain't gonna have no children."
Well, not forever. Not forever.
See,
Till you're ready.
okay.
Till you're established. Till you got a job.
So
Till you got a
besides
home.
that,
Till you can afford diapers and formula. You shouldn't have a child.
well,
But it's just kind of inherently going to affect minorities more because minorities
going
do
to.
make less.
Well, look, you know me, I'm a leftist because I think we should address the economic instability too. I think everybody should have the right to a baseline income whether they work or not.
now
But why
there you
can't
go.
they give the aid after they have the kid like they're already trying to do?
They should.
Well, they're not doing right.
They're not doing enough, but I don't think that stopping them until they have the money is the answer. I think
It
just
ain't.
giving it's going to cost just as
It's
much.
not just the money though. It's not just the money because I don't think they should have to just go in and get like a financial autopsy to see that they got enough money to do this or that,
But
right?
that's what you said earlier,
It has to be
that's
a,
the
yeah,
bank account.
it's the bank account and they got to get a psych eval. They got to get a drug test to make sure they're not cokeheads.
Help them with that. I agree with that. Help them with that.
But how do you stop them? If there's no government agency going like, whoa, 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 you want to have a baby,
Well, again,
come get tested. If there's no government agency, what's keeping a crackhead from rutting in an alley?
who's deciding what's a drug addict and who's deciding what's mentally ill?
A drug test.
But is pot on the same level? Is alcohol on the same
No.
level? Is cigarettes on the same level?
Obviously not. In our
But you and Southern people wouldn't agree on which drugs are okay and which drugs aren't.
sure, but I'm not the guy that's making this theoretical
If you start
legislation
going
either.
down that
The
road, then
employment history will answer that question.
you got to go down that road.
Well, what's wrong with a couple that they have a situation where one's a homemaker and one's working? Are you testing both of them working if one's a homemaker?
No,
raising
I'm testing the
kids?
income of the family.
Okay, but a lot of families don't stay together, so are you going to take their kid away when they divorce?
That's a good question.
Can't go
It does open up a can of worms. I know
big old
that.
fat can of worms.
It's just going to be way more expensive and more complicated and step on more people's rights versus just giving more aid to parents.
You can't just, you can't just cut it. You
I
say,
just don't know why there's not a conversation.
Chastity belts.
Chastity
oh
belts.
gosh.
And you have
Big old
you
padlock
have
right
to
there.
Purchase the key.
Yeah, and they test you to get the key.
Yeah.
And you don't get the key unless you test. No, I don't know, man. I get it. It's a
weird.
sticky situation, but I hate the conversation because the conversation is never about whether or not mom and dad shoulda.
Well,
Never.
It is. It's about that saying that whether they should or shouldn't is wrong because it has to step on so many rights, and
I
that's
get it.
going to be eugenics.
I get it, but the fact that there's not even a conversation about where do the rights of the parent and where do the rights of the child intersect. Because I believe in this country, the richest country in the world, no child should be hungry. No child should be sex abused. There's just no point.
But it's so much easier to address that without controlling when people have kids.
I don't know that it is. I don't know that it is.
It is, because even China couldn't control it. There are a bunch of babies in China. I guess now they're almost adults in China that don't have birth certificates because they were the second kid.
Mhm.
That's ridiculous. What
So
a-
people
was
are
it
going to
one-
do it. That's life's base instinct is to have children. You
Yeah.
can't stop people from wanting kids.
Somebody in the chat just said, I think one of the problems we have is that we're afraid of opening that can of worms too much.
Well, because
It's
we've
true.
seen it. We've seen what happened in China with the one-child
Yeah.
policy. We've seen what happened when they were sterilizing a bunch of black women.
It's,
Well, I don't want mass sterilization of a minority group, and I don't
How
want
do
a
you force
one-child
someone to
policy.
keep taking a drug for the rest of their
you
life?
can't.
Implant.
Well, you can get an implant out.
You can.
There would
But if
be-
they do, they're in trouble.
So you put
But-
them in jail. So then your jails are overrun.
You don't put them in jail. You don't put them in jail.
Well, what do you do?
So that's government-controlled birth control.
That's what exactly what it is.
And there
It
are a
is.
bunch of
It's a
people
can of
that
worms.
do not do well with it. There's a reason there's no male birth control, and it's because the side effects don't outweigh the risk because the man don't have to carry the baby.
Exactly.
There's
I
more
just-
side effects on female birth control because a baby's a lot more.
Yeah, I get it. No, I understand. I don't disagree with any of the points you guys are bringing up. The thing that I hate
It's horrible.
is that we can't, that it shuts down the conversation immediately. We can't even talk about like I said, whether mom and dad should. And if we start doing that, then they go, well, how are you going to control it? How are you going to stop a crackhead and a crackhead? I know you can't,
Can't.
but it's just like, why is there no mechanism when a crackhead and a crackhead have a baby, that baby taken somewhere where it can be raised,
Well,
not
It
by a
is.
crackhead?
They do test
but they
mothers.
don't.
No, they do. They do test mothers when they pop out a kid, and there's plenty of mothers that had drug tests that
Yeah.
were positive that had their kids taken away.
Okay.
Yeah. And then you get cleaned up if you want to get your baby
Or
back.
they get charged with child
Yeah.
abuse if they took drugs while they were pregnant. That's happening.
Yeah, it happens. Because it was child abuse.
Yeah.
Where are all these FAS kids?
Know what?
Fetal alcohol.
Some of them
They're
are
not all
taken.
taken.
Some of them are taken away.
Some of them are taken away from your parents.
What about these geriatric pregnancies? Where a woman knows it's 45, I shouldn't be having a kid because the risk of Downs, the risk of all these things is so high.
My mom was 42.
You,
I know.
You can't
do that.
draw the line on that because the risk increases so slowly. It's more dangerous to the mother than the kid, I think,
Yeah.
at 45.
Well, listen to this. We had friends, mom pregnant. In one of her tests, something showed up, and he had spina bifida, real bad, a real bad case of spina bifida. Well, of course, it was abort, 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 and him and her, they no believey. So
I'm glad they made that decision for that little person to grow up with spina
Well,
bifida.
let me tell you,
I bet they're just
You-
in
you should-
so much
Let her
joy
finish.
right now.
Let her finish.
Listen, you should see. They went in and they did a surgery to partially fix it in vitro. Okay,
Mhm.
he got most of it or a lot of it fixed. You should see how he's thriving. They said he would never walk. He walks. He talks. He plays guitar. He's so smart, so bright, so sweet. Now, what if they would have succumbed? Let me tell you, he's thriving. He's not just surviving. He's thriving
I
and
wanna-
doing well.
That's
And
good.
these
I'm
are the
happy
things-
for him.
Oh, I know.
But
but
I
these are
just
the
you're
things.
giving me
I know.
you're giving me the best case scenario
But
when there's a
they're-
ton of worst case scenarios running around.
Medicine has advanced so much. There's so many things they can
But
do for
there's
all those
good, too.
disabilities.
You can't throw every baby out with the bathwater.
It's not throwing the baby out.
Well, it is.
No.
Yes, it is.
No, that's not how I see it.
They're
Come on, come
Go eat your brekkie.
Go eat it.
Go D.
It's hard though. I get it.
It's just
I
I
know what you're saying.
I see so much neglect, and I see so much hunger, and I see so much abuse,
It's horrible.
and it's just like when I hear people staunchly say, "Well, you know, everybody's got a right," and I'm just like, "What?" There's never a conversation about a child's right to a good start, and they're as good as that kid might be doing with the spina bifida. I just feel like there's a lot of kids out there that their parents make that choice, and that kid just suffers.
I think if the child is raised in a home where now it's talked about, and they're raised in a loving home to where the parents explain, hey, you don't want to go down this road. You want to be blah, 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 blah. And we know hormones as kids takes over. Then if you got to help them get on some birth control to help out with that, there needs to be that. There needs to be family life established. And even for a single mom that's struggling, she needs that as well. She needs that guidance and that help with her child to not be left out into the cold.
There's just not
And for
there's not
herself.
enough of a there's not a safety net.
And there's not.
well, but we're saying the safety net is infinitely better than trying to control or telling people that they should.
Yeah, but the safety net needs to be strengthened.
It
Yeah.
does.
So
Oh,
it does so not as many kids slip through it.
It does.
So what is the answer to that?
the answer is expanding the safety net.
Yeah.
Right, but how do you do that without stopping people spitting out kids left and right that they're not going to
There
raise?
is enough out there. It's just mismanaged.
Maybe exactly.
There's enough
Maybe
food for
Maybe
everyone.
start at the top and say, White House don't need 20 Christmas trees.
Well,
White
yeah,
House don't need.
they ain't never going to do that.
And then take the money.
But-
I'm using that as a big old example.
Yeah,
But start in these areas where we know the money's wasted, and let's bring it down.
how are you going to convince the people wasting that money to
That's
give
the
up
thing.
their power that comes with that money?
It would be easier to convince them of that than to convince them of trying to control people having kids.
I don't know. I
There's
think
a
it's
lot
bloody.
Of talk of people saying like we're not having enough kids. We need to add more.
I don't know if it's easier. You come for their money,
For me,
it's going to be civil war.
For me,
Well, how do we get Social Security? If we could get Social Security the first time, we could build another safety net.
exactly.
Not without civil war.
No,
These
it's
people
not
are
without.
these people are not
It
going to
didn't
give
take-
10% of their income willingly.
It did not
Ever.
take Civil War to get Social Security.
And no, it took the
Took a good
economy
president.
collapsing and a bunch of people starving to death
But
here.
it took a good president too. to
It,
make
it
sure
took an
that got-
insane president that served 4 terms.
Yeah.
That doesn't even that can't even happen anymore.
I just don't know why you think the alternative is more likely or more feasible than that.
I don't necessarily think the alternative is what I'm talking about, sterilization or forced parenting classes or any of that. I don't know.
I'm going to answer
But-
it my way, and I know that it's not the way. I'm going to pray for my government, irregardless of who's running it. I'm going to continue to pray for who is in charge.
Well, pray, I tell you what, pray that they are released from the clutches of mammon. That's what you need to pray for. Mammon. the golden calf, the god of money. That's who they worship. And you're going to have to convince them to stop worshiping that. And they ain't never gonna. They ain't never going to willingly give 5% of their income to make sure people don't starve. They ain't never going to give up half their income to make sure that this country can rebuild its roads and bridges. It's going to take blood.
Well, I'm going to just continue to pray and know that my God is in control. But I know that not everybody believes.
No, that's good. I'm glad that you believe it.
But at the same time, I agree with Amelia. We can't like infringe and go that direction completely. There has to be a way.
I just feel like at some point
There has to be a way.
there's an infringement on the child.
And there is.
And so you infringe on the parents, you infringe on the child. I would rather infringe on grown people that have the ability to work around their problems than somebody that can't feed themselves.
I feel this way. My parents were older when they had me. I was left with no parents at the ripe young age of 20, very early 20s. That could be considered an infringement. I had to learn to navigate and do many things.
You were an adult, though. They got you raised up.
I was. But you know what? If you want to draw lines, okay, oh no, that wasn't good. It was hard on me.
Yeah.
It was harder than what it is for most people.
Sure.
They get to have their parents into their 40s and 50s.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
It was hard. So where do you like say, oh, yeah, no, that wasn't needed. But I still had two loving parents that did the best that they could.
That's all I ask.
And
that's all I ask, though. That's
But
all
you're
that I
also
care about.
asking about income and geriatrics.
Well, how do you see? That's what I care about. What she just said. How do you try your best to ensure that?
yeah,
You have laws where kids get checked on.
yeah. And you can't decide, oh, because I don't have X amount of dollars in my bank account that I'm not capable of raising a child. Because I am, or I might be. And I'm going to do
let's test those people.
My very best is not.
Let's separate the people that can from the people that can't or don't want.
You can't tell.
You can't tell who that is.
I don't know if that's true. I think that there are metrics. You could do psychological evaluations of people, find out if they're even mature enough to understand what having a child is. These people think that the school raises their child.
So now you're going to go by IQ?
Not IQ. I'm talking about a psych eval that makes sure you're not sick. You're not an alcoholic. You're not. You know what I mean? You're not. They look at your work history and they see that you're steady employed sometime. You're not just from the gas station, get fired for showing up junky. Then you get hired at some food bank and you get fired after 2 days. You telling me that you look at that and you'd go, have a kid, if you were put in charge with that?
We're arguing that no one should be doing that.
No, they shouldn't be, but...
But nobody should be robbing a bank, and there's laws that stop it.
Yeah.
But there's no laws that stop somebody popping out a kid and not taking care of it.
We're saying that you shouldn't be saying someone should or shouldn't have a kid, because there's too many subjective factors. Too many minorities are going to get swept up in it.
I get it. I'm not. Look, listen. I got no power. I can't institute this from there. I just want the conversation, and I want somebody smarter than me and more educated than me to have it. Where it's like, we need to start checking this idea that your reproductive organs are just entirely yours to use how you want, with no thought to what happens to the child that's born from it.
There's forever and always going to be poor people.
It's not about poor. It's not just about poor.
But it kind of is. You said they went hand in hand.
They do.
But poor people equally raise a child as good as a rich person or as a well-to-do person, sometimes better, more love, more kindness.
I get
in
it.
a family.
I get
So
it.
you can't distinguish that. And because I live in an ugly, piss-poor neighborhood and can only afford this, does not mean that I'm not giving my child love and the direction that child needs.
I get it. I get it. You're right.
I know, honey. It's just hard. I get where you're coming from too. I wish there could be more programs, more things, more ways to help people.
But we need to. We need radical change now.
We can't continue to enable.
We got 2 generations of children now. We got 2 generations of children that read below a 4th grade level as adults.
What's that?
2 generations. Social promotions. Never learn how to read. Straight F's, but they let them graduate anyway. Not prepared for work, not prepared for college, but you know what they are prepared to do? Boing.
I just think fundamentally there's
Bounce chicka wow wow.
I think fundamentally there's no way to argue that people should have a right to abortion, a right to birth control if you can't also say they have a right to have a kid.
Okay.
You have to have it. You have to have that.
The right, all the rights for the adult, no rights for the kid.
The kids, if their social safety net was expanded, if CPS was expanded, the kids' rights would be considered.
How are you going to convince the billionaires to fund it?
How are you going to convince anyone to do this?
Good point.
Stuff?
Good point. So it's just an unsolvable problem, and children are going to be thrown in the gutter, and all of us all we can do is shrug.
We have evidence of social safety nets being expanded over and over and over in history.
I did it.
We haven't changed so much.
We've watched our social safety net shrink.
Yeah, but there was times in history where it expanded.
Hopefully that time's coming again.
We need to come up with a common sense vaccine.
I'd like that.
Common sense vaccine. Get over here and get your common sense.
Because truthfully, there is a large portion of the population that do take all those factors into consideration before bringing a child into the world.
There are.
And there's a context too of birth rates are falling nationwide. We are having less kids.
Yeah.
Good. I'm serious. Then you know what? I will. If I'm never going to get my way and get a government that helps children to live a decent life and make sure that parents aren't abusing them, if I'm never going to get my way for that, then I hope our population just crashes and we walk into midnight as a species together. Because if we can't raise our children, then we're a failed experiment. If our children are going to go back to medieval ignorance, illiteracy, we're heading in the wrong direction, and we deserve to walk into permanent midnight together, brothers and sisters, opting out of a raw deal. I love that line. That's from True Detective. I stole it.
I'm just never going to agree with you, baby.
I know. I don't need agreement. I just needed to get it up out of me.
Too,
well, we both got we all got flustered because it's a big topic.
It's huge.
But I had it up in me. I had to get it out. I get it. This is why I'm not a politician. You won't want me in control because I do crazy and advisable shit. Because I just care too much, I guess. I don't know. Just want to thank you for the last few days. I know your heart was going a million miles an hour. You kept us informed and sane. You're welcome, buddy. I try my best. I'm a little unstable, but I try my best. Is there a chicken in the background? Yep, we got chickens.
They're not our
Not our
neighbor
chickens. Neighbor chickens. All right, I'm done. I'll see you guys later. Bye.